Hello everybody, welcome back to my English class. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about recount text. What is recount text? Recount text is a text that retells events or experiences in the past. This text describes how something happened. The writer tells the story of what happened in the past. So, this is about event or experience in the past. So that's recount text. The social function or the purpose. The social function of the recount text is to either to inform or to entertain the readers. It attempts to entertain the readers with an interesting or a valuable story. So the writer thinks that the story is interesting or valuable. So the writer tells the story to the readers to entertain them. So that's the purpose, the social function of the recount text. The generic structure. Let's look at the generic structure. The first is orientation. Orientation introduces the background information of the story. Who was involved in the story? There should be a character and where the story took place and when it took place. Who, where, and when. So we should find this information in the orientation. And the second, events. Events tells the series of events of how the story happened, why it happened, and the events are ordered in a chronological order. And then the third, reorientation. It gives personal comment about the event. So this is the comment of the writer. Or you can also tell what happened in the end. Reorientation is optional. Optional means we can make the reorientation or not. Okay, so it's optional. Language features. Use of simple past, of course, because the story is in the past and we retell the story to the readers, so we use simple past. For example, I went to a science museum. We came across a footballer when we went to England. So here we use went and came across. They show simple past. And use of chronological connection, because the events are told in order, so we can use chronological connection. For example, first, next, after that, then, before, finally, etc. Okay? Now let's look at the examples of recount text. This is example 1. When I was second grade of senior high school, my friends and I went to Bali. We were there for 3 days. I had many impressive experiences during the vacation. So this is the first paragraph of this story. And then we have the second, the third, and the fourth paragraph. And the last paragraph in the evening. Okay, let's analyze this story. Orientation. Yes, the first paragraph is the orientation. When I was second grade of senior high school, my friends and I went to Bali. We were there for 3 days. I had many impressive experiences during the vacation. So we can find the information who. So who? I and my friends. And then where? Bali. And when? Yes, when I was in the second grade. So the information is clear, right? That's the orientation. And then events. Let's look at the events. The first day we visited Sanur Beach in the morning. The second day we enjoyed the day on Tanjung Benoa Beach. And the last day we spent our time in Sanghe. Okay, so let's look at the story again, the full story. The first day we visited Sanur Beach in the morning. So this is the second paragraph, the first story of the writer. And then of course, we saw the beautiful sunrise together. This paragraph is all about events in Sanur Beach. And the second day, we enjoyed the day on Tanjung Benoa Beach. Okay, so this story happened in on Tanjung Benua Beach. And the last, we spent our time in Sangye. Okay? Of course, the sentences will talk about spend time in Sangye. So we can see, right? The events were told in order from the first day, the second day, and the third day, or the last day. And then in the evening, that's the reorientation. In the evening, we had to check out from the hotel. We went back home, bringing so many amazing memories of Bali. So that's the last, and that's the reorientation. Okay. Recount text types. The text type which is called recount can be a personal experiences, historical recount text, or biographical recount text. The one we just read is personal experiences. Okay, but now let's focus on biographical recount text. Yes, now we focus on biographical recount text. Biography text is a detailed description or account of a person's life and written by someone else. It is non-fiction text. This biography recount text varies from national hero to an international artist. Okay, so this is different from personal experiences, like what we read just now. This is about somebody, could be a hero or international artist. Let's look at the example. Yeah, this is the example of biographical recount text. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was born near the end of the 1800s in the of Germany. Okay, that's the first paragraph. So that's the orientation. And then he graduated from the University of Zurich. The first event, 14 years later, he won the Nobel Prize. The second event, for the next 10 years, he lived in Germany. The third event, then in the early 1930s, he had to leave Germany. The fourth event, he moved to the United States. So that's the fifth event. Okay, so they are in order. They are told in order. Based on his work during his life, Einstein is regarded one of the most influential scientists. So that's reorientation. Okay, it's clear. Let's analyze the structure. Yes, these are the structures. Okay, you can take a look, the orientation, the events, and the reorientation. Well, the characteristics of biographical recount text. So it is not written by the subject. It is written by someone else. It's always written in the third person, he or she, like that, not I. It is based on research, not on imagination. So if you want to write about someone, we should do research, of course. We can read books about the subject, or we can also ask people who are close to the subject. And it is arranged chronologically. Yes, in order, chronologically. Okay, so this is a story about Charles Darwin. You can read and then answer some questions about the story, about the text. What is the recount text about? What makes Darwin well known? What do you think of Darwin theory? Okay, you can answer and comment down below, and I'll check your answers. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for your attention. If you have any question, please comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. But for now,